Hello guys, my name is Rodion. This is YouTube channel Teacher, and today I'm gonna share with you my interview with a journalist from The Guardian, London, Great Britain. I hope you will like it, so please enjoy it. Are you ready? We're going now!
Do you think that people are quite excited in the area? Do they know what's going on?
Of course.
With the football club?
Of course, that's first time in the history.
Yeah.
Even those who don't like football very much, they will come to stadium.
Really, you think so?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes, it happens once in a life.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, really? What are you talking about? Real Madrid.
That's absolutely crazy, right? How did you feel when they selected that you would play Real Madrid and that you would play all of those teams? Were you watching on television when they said Sheriff will play Real Madrid?
I was watching online.
Yeah.
Television, and this is how I understood that. Inter, Real Madrid, and Shakhtar Donetsk.
How did you feel when you saw that?
Oh, surprised.
It's just crazy.
You know, a lot of people say we would like to have Paris with their Messi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or Manchester City because they thought Cristiano Ronaldo comes to Manchester City.
Of course.
But he cheated, I think.
Yeah, he changed that at the last minute, didn't he? That was really weird. No one really knows why that happened.
Manchester United is home.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And he started well, didn't he,
yes.
on Saturday with his 2 goals. So how long did you support Sheriff for your whole life?
Sheriff Football Club exists since 1997.
Sure. Okay,
yes.
So
but no, I was too young in the time. I was only 5 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I support starting in 2003 or 2004.
Oh, really?
That was the time when they participated in the post-Soviet Cup.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like a friendship cup.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they 2 times won that cup.
Wow.
That's the story.
Did you go to the stadium then?
Yes, I went. So first in my life I come to football stadium with my elder brother.
Yeah.
Not actually brother, but cousin.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. And it was my first time on the stadium. The Moldova National, but it was partly Sheriff of the Moldova National, like 5 or 6 players from the Sheriff squad.
Yeah. So that was in what, about 2000 kind of time?
2004, 2005. Yeah.
Cool.
So and they won on home stadium. They won Dutch.
Oh, they beat the Dutch. Really?
They beat the Dutch.
Wow. Okay.
And since then I started to support Sheriff, to watch the games on TV.
Yeah.
Dutch.
Wow, okay. Jeez.
When I studied at university, I met one guy, a good guy, we become friends, and he took me to the stadium, to the ultras sector. Yeah, and I started to support, to cry, to shout out loud for Sheriff. I went like 3 or 4 years for this sector, fan sector, like Kurva Zut, you know, in Italy.
Yeah, sure.
The same here. But then I stopped because I finished university, go to army.
Yeah.
And after army, I didn't want to go again there. But now, when they play in Champions League, I would like to go to sector. It's easier to take the tickets to fan sector.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's easier, much easier, because I know people.
Yeah, people who can help.
Yes, of course.
And what is the name of does the Ultras group have a name? Is it
They did. They used to have a name like kind of aggressive ultras and kind of like just singing ultras.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the singing ultras were supported by football club. They give some musician on the tribune. They give some banners, something. But then something happened. I don't know what. Black story, secret story, and they destroyed this move, and only the most strongest guys who come to the sector, like 20 or 25 guys.
Oh, okay, that's
and they call friends. Let's come together. Yeah, and this is how they fill up the sector.
Oh, okay. Do people get like on a typical game when you're playing against teams from Moldova and stuff like this?
Not very much people.
Do people care?
Not a big interest to
No.
this. Yeah, because everybody knows Sheriff win. Of course.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You win every single year. Like, is it?
Not every single, but you know, there was also one black story, secret story with Dacia Chisinau. Maybe you heard about.
Remind me. I think I heard, but I'm not sure.
2015, they were champions, Dacia from Chisinau. But after that, they like shared the money, secret sharing, and the football club came down, second division.
Oh, I think I did,
and bankrupt. The same story like Unira with the chain. You know
Unira?
Yeah.
In Romania,
Yes.
Yeah, they were Champions League one year and then...
Yes. The same story. Also.
Because it was bad money, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Is it something that people will celebrate winning the league every year, or do people feel bored of it or something?
Some bored, some celebrate. You know, like supporters of Sheriff, of course, they will celebrate. One time when I was on the sector, I don't remember exactly, maybe 2018 or 19, they made something like a tour on the river, on the ship, a small ship.
Really?
Yes, for supporters, for football fans. And we travel like 1 or 2 hours along the river on the ship.
Fantastic.
After the champions.
Really?
When
Okay, so you had a river cruise?
Yeah, we have a cruise, a small cruise.
Oh, that's really cool.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Just kind of celebration.
Yeah, sure. What's your favourite moment as a Sheriff fan?
Favorite moment? I hope that one. The
Yeah,
cruise.
really?
Yes. But to speak about the game, I think with Tottenham.
Tottenham, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember what the score was.
Here in Tiraspol 3-0 for Tottenham.
Yeah.
And there in London something like 2-1 for Tottenham.
Oh yeah, I think I remember.
Very
the
close
game.
to the draw.
Yeah, they play well, Sheriff. I remember that was on TV.
Yes.
And what can you remember about that day when Spurs were here? Was it a really big
What can
day?
I remember?
Yeah.
One guy came to the tribune, not fan sector, and he opened the banner with Arsenal. Here is the North London. You are the shit. Toward the Tottenham.
Really?
Yes.
To wind them up.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
And when you first started to watch Sheriff?
Watch Sheriff?
Yeah. What was the standard of the team when you were supporting at the start?
I remember how I watched on TV this Friendship Cup in Russia. And nobody heard about Sheriff before. And they start to surprise. One game, the second game, the third game, and the final game, of course. There was a team from Latvia, Skonto.
Skonto Riga.
Skonto Riga, yes. This team was usually in the final game, but they lost. They always were the second. And when they meet the Sheriff in the final, they hope to win. First time, but Sheriff won. Yes.
You shocked them. Yeah.
Yes, it was a shock, a big shock. Yeah.
Wow. How would you compare when you first started watching the games in the stadium or whatever? How would you compare the team to now? Because you try for such a long time to get into European and Champions League, but it...
You know, with the years, when years come, the club grows, of course. And team now, you cannot compare with that team. That was pretty hard, pretty strong team in the beginning of 20, but now much stronger, of course. Opportunities and environment. Environment much better. Like training system, like capacity building, everything is much better. So the Sheriff, when they started, like 1999, 2000, they used to play on the old football field, on the old stadium.
Really?
Yeah, like in the village.
Is that in the centre of Tiraspol?
In the Tiraspol.
Okay, I'm gonna go and find it. Yeah.
You can find it's pretty big. It's like a football stadium for training and for students for PE lessons.
Yeah.
Actually, I also used to have PE lesson there on that stadium.
Oh really?
Its name is Republic Stadium.
Republic Stadium.
Yes.
Okay. So the facilities have just got so much better and
Much better. Yes.
And can you feel now that more people are interested in
Of
Sheriff
course.
than
Now
before?
more people are interested. Yeah. The best time, of course, it was when Sheriff participated in Europe League. There was a time when 3 sectors were filled with the fans.
Really?
Yes. So that was like, let me say, 100 people for one sector. So it was like 250, maybe 300 of fans.
Oh, well, okay.
Very, very much. But now 25, 50 maximum.
Yeah, really. So, what do you chant? What's your favourite chant? What's the song that you sing?
Chant?
What song do you sing in the stadium?
Ah, the chant.
Like a
when
chant,
you
yeah.
cry, yes?
Yeah.
Cry something. A lot of them. I know all of them.
Some specific ones to
Specific, I think they were taken from Russian,
Okay,
from Russian
yeah.
clubs. A lot of them.
Sure, because a lot of people here they will support a Russian club as well.
Yes, yes. A lot of them support Spartak, Moscow, CSK Moscow, maybe some Dynamo Moscow. All from Moscow. A lot of people go to Moscow to work
Yeah.
from here. Young people or adults, like parents.
Really?
For example, the father goes to Moscow, mother stay here, receive the money from father.
Oh, I see, and then they live. Yeah, sure. What does that do to the economy here? Like,
Here?
does it mean that people?
For economy,
Yeah.
you know, the sheriff controls almost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like monopoly.
Yeah.
Monopoly.
Yes, because that's the one thing that I've noticed so far. Everywhere I walk, I see Sheriff.
Yes,
I see Sheriff
yes,
petrol
that's it.
station. I see Sheriff just up there. Supermarket.
Internet is sheriff also, telephone is sheriff. So they almost don't have open ends, like concurrence.
Yeah.
Almost no concurrence.
They run the country, basically.
Yes, of course.
Everybody here.
It's
Everybody
a question if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
So we live in a comfortable situation, in a stable situation. Who cares who control?
Yeah. So you think it's partly good, partly bad, maybe?
Partly good, partly bad. Yes.
Why is it good? Because it's
I tell you
there
what's
for the
good.
country, yeah.
I tell you what's good. The best one.
Yeah.
That's no war.
No.
No war.
Sure. Yeah,
because
yeah.
there was a war.
Yeah.
1992.
Yeah. Of course. And that was just when you were born, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was born after 3 or 4 months. Started the war.
Wow. Okay. So the good thing is no war.
Yes.
If there's a bad thing, and I don't have to put anything
The
bad.
bad
don't
thing,
worry,
no
but-
concurrence. So,
No
for
what?
example, no concurrence, competition.
Yeah. Okay.
With the
okay.
sheriff.
Sure. In terms of.
Either in football, nor in policy, nor in everything.
Sure. Even in like politics or
Yes.
something like this.
So the sheriff can control the position of president.
So sheriff has like the input into every part of how the
Yes.
how the place is run, basically.
Yes.
Sure. But people are used to that, right? Because it's what you grow up with, and
Yes. Some of them get used. For example, I get used, and other people who don't want to get used, they go abroad
yeah.
to Russia, to Europe.
So something that I'm going to have to explain to people in my article, right, is that when people in the UK look at Sheriff, FC Sheriff,
Yes.
they'll say, "Oh, it's a team from Moldova."
That's
But-
not.
but it's
in,
not.
in fact, it's not.
I know.
But there is no championship of Transnistria. There is no. So they participate in the Moldavian
Yeah.
championship.
So this is what I need to explain to people, because like people in the UK think, oh Moldova has a team in Champions League, but you know, I'm here in Transnistria. I understand this, but is it frustrating that the world will talk about a team from Moldova?
You know, the Russian-speaking people can understand the situation. That's not frustrating for them. For Ukrainian, for Belarusian people, they have the similar situation inside.
Yeah.
And for European people, that's it frustrating.
Yeah. So if people say to you, "Oh, you support a team from Moldova," which is not correct, obviously, do you get annoyed?
No, I don't get it.
No.
No. Just, like, I can just a little bit correct or
Yeah.
explain
Yeah,
why
sure.
not. Sometimes people ask me, where are you from? I say, from Transnistria. They say, I don't understand. What's it?
Yeah.
I say, it's like part of Moldova, the special part
Sure.
of Moldova.
So Sheriff represents Transnistria, basically. Sorry, Pridnestrovie.
Yes.
And probably, and that is its significance, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would even say Sheriff represents itself. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Because Pridnestrovie is Sheriff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's a nice way of putting it, right?
Yes.
And there are some other football clubs as well. There's Dinamo Auto.
Yes.
And others like this.
Dinamo Auto from Ternovka.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a village.
Yeah.
And most of teams from second division, a lot. From this city, there is a team, Tigina.
Yeah.
What else? I think pretty much of teams, especially in second division, third division. From Belzi,
Yeah.
Zaria Belzi, or Olympia Belzi, I don't remember, but from Belzi.
Sure.
Pretty good. So, but Belzi is Moldova, it's not Transnistria.
Oh, okay. But Sheriff has to play in the League of Moldova because that is recognised by UEFA, and
Yes.
that's the only way to get in the Champions League, right?
Yes.
You have to play in the Moldovan League. So is there a big rivalry with the Moldovan clubs? Like if Zimbru come here, for example, from Kishinev or one of the other clubs in Moldova, if they come here for a game, is there a big confrontation with the supporters? Or?
Not like very aggressive.
No.
They can just cheat or how to say to mean each other.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So they might just chant something.
Yeah.
Sure.
But some years ago, like 10 years, maybe 15 years, there were some fighting.
Yeah, confrontation
and fighting in secret place, But
Oh,
now, not really.
Really?
Maybe sometimes, but very, very seldom.
Sure. Yeah. So the rivalry is not very heated, and I guess you guys beat them all the time anyway on the pitch. So.
Yes.
So I guess they're never going to.
You know what? I read one information from from that side of Moldova and supporters of Moldavian teams, maybe from Zimbru, I don't know. They say, so if the Sheriff plays for Moldova, the Sheriff Football Club should play on the Moldavian field, not here on the Tiraspol Stadium, but in the Chisinau, on Zimbru Stadium.
Is that what they're saying? Okay.
What's that what they say? I think you're crazy, you say nonsense.
It was only the first part of the interview, and I hope that you liked what you saw. Don't forget to put your likes, to write the comments, and to subscribe to this channel. So if you put 500 likes under this video, I promise to make the second part on the YouTube very soon. And now I say goodbye.
1, 2, 3